What's going on, guys? King Tratsu back with another video on the channel. Today we are back with another episode of the highest rated Peruvian restaurant in my area. This place is known as Panchitos restaurant and is located in Paterson, New Jersey, and on DoorDash it has a rating of 4.5 out of over 1,000 ratings, and on Google it has a 4.3 rating out of 440 ratings. Now, I've done Peruvian food a couple of times, so I did go with some staples and I intended to have a few new dishes. Now, this is the game you play sometimes when you do things through DoorDash. They didn't give me all of my food. We took an L on that. I'm missing 2 dishes. So we move. It is what it is. I still want to try it. I still am looking forward to it. I'm not going to hold that against them because sometimes when it comes to orders, like, I don't know whose fault it was or what, but it is what it is. Anyway, we've got 2 staples as well as something new that I've actually never tried before. And as every time I get Peruvian food, I always start with the same thing. So we do start with the flagship, one of my favorite food things in general. We have some Lomo saltado. Now, I get the version of Lomo saltado that comes with eggs on the top. Normally, it's just the stir fry with the rice. If you don't know what Lomo saltado is, it's a Peruvian stir fry. Usually, well, not usually, it comes with steak, and then there's peppers, onions, tomatoes, as well as papas, French fries with white rice, and there's always this sauce that goes with the rice, and I absolutely love it. Let me give you a little quick close-up for those who don't know. But look at that. We got the eggs on top. I got them to over easy. I'm an over easy guy. I like my runny yolk. If you don't like runny yolk, I apologize in advance because this is definitely a runny yolk time. So let me just, I don't even know where to start. It's funny. One of my biggest food influence, Guy Fieri, absolutely hates eggs. And every time he takes eggs, he throws it to the side. But we don't do that here. Yeah. Give me the yolk. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, I can't wait. I can't. I'll be getting so excited. I hope this is good. Yo, let me get the tomato. Come on, tomate. Tú sabes. That's a running, not a tomato, but it don't matter. Who wants some? I love this, man. Oh my God, be good, be good, be good. Now, I'm telling you, if you're a person who's had lomo saltado, you already know the vibe. But the best part for me is this right here. That rice, when it soaks up, the stir fry, the gravy, the juice. That's good. And if you've never gotten it with the egg, try it once. If you're a person who likes egg, get it. Make sure you get nice big chunks like this. There's my tomate, tomato. And then you get these fries, right, that also soak up all those juices like that. See that fry? This is good. Very good. See, it's hard to stay mad when you redeem like that. Steaks cooked well. It's not chewy. It melts. Always a good sign. There's just something about this dish, man. Every time. Peruvian food is very unique because there was a heavy Chinese influence. A lot of Chinese people emigrated to Peru in the mid 1800s, other words, the 19th century. A lot of Chinese laborers came to Peru, and that influence of their style of cooking went with the food that you saw in Peru. So what you get is kind of like a little blend between the two. One of the dishes I intended to get is called tallarín, which is like a Peruvian lo mein. Lomo saltado is a Peruvian stir fry. And one of the ingredients that you can taste in it is the soy sauce. And I've always been a huge fan of it. Come here, yolk. Come here. Let me position the yolk. Oh, yeah. What I like to usually do, eventually I'm like, okay, let's stop being cute. You start mixing. And you get naughty. I eat this whole thing, man. Now that's enough of a history lesson. What do you think? I love the little pieces of tomato you get in there, the acid from it. This is definitely a good Lomo. And I've eaten a lot of Lomo in my life. And it's hard to pick. I did say the rice before. When you get the soaked fry, fantastic. As you can tell, because I can't stop eating it. I'm supposed to move on, but I can't. I'm telling you, I think it might be the tomato. It's just, everything just works together. And again, before I move on to the next thing, if you've never had it with the egg, get it with the egg. I'm telling you. You gotta, excuse me, got ahead of myself. You gotta get the yolk though. For those who don't like yolk, major key. Definitely, definitely a good Lomo. Stop eating. Okay, I'm right. Okay, I'm done. Now to number 2, you can see it right on the top. We have got some vegetable chaufa rice. Now, same thing. Chaufa rice is literally fried rice. The same influence that I talked about. A little bit different of a flavor profile. Even the smell, you get the soy right away, but I didn't bring a spoon, did I? That's an L. We move. It's okay. I don't like forks that much. I only use forks when I'm trying to get like the pieces of whatever, you know, the steak and everything else. But same idea. The egg, the vegetables. Look at it. I like the addition of the peppers in here. Scallions. The egg. Peppers really bring it together though. Believe it or not. It adds a little bit different of a flavor. But it's very similar to fried rice. Now, if you were to order fried rice from like a Chinese food spot, the flavor wouldn't be exactly the same. But it's so hard not to eat this, bro. I was originally going to make the chaufa aeropuerto. It literally, it's when you mix the lo mein or the tallarín saltado with this on the same plate. I was gonna make that myself, but again, we move. The dark soy sauce, the oil, it's made in the exact same manner. It's so good. I hard to stop eating this, man. It really is. So, it altered my mood to the point that when I first opened the bag, I'm like, ugh. And you start eating it, and you're like, it's gonna be alright. A lot of places, it's even cooked on a wok. Both of these. Sorry. The thing I do notice, again, if I was going to a Chinese food place, and I'm talking about just your regular, you know, like the neighborhood Chinese spot, chaufa rice doesn't seem as oily. I prefer it that way. All day. All day. There's not even much to be said about it. But I will say, it's damn good. Look at that egg. Alright, one more bite. Alright, one more bite. Alright, one more bite. No, hard this is out. One more bite. Now on to the new thing that I have never tried before. Just wait for this. And last but not least, we have an order of choclo. Now, if you don't know what choclo is, it's Peruvian corn. Now, the difference between this kind of corn and other kinds of corn is Peruvian corn, in this case, has very, very, very large kernels. Look at the size of these things, man. That's a corn kernel. Look at this thing. Like, that's scary big. I got it con queso. I wanted to try it with some cheese, so I did that. Now, just looking at this, I think they just boiled it, to be honest. There doesn't really seem to be much seasoning on it. I'm going to try the first bite. You can see the cheese, too, right here. Thicky pieces. All right, let's try this right here. A lot more of a neutral flavor than the sweet corn that I'm used to. It's not as sweet. But adding it to the cheese, I don't know how you just do that. Gives it a different flavor profile. And it's weird because when I first bit it, I was like, this doesn't taste like anything. And then it starts to hit you and you're like, okay, I can see why people eat it. Big ass corn kernels though. Look at the size of this thing. But as good as most of their food is, right? Pretty much everything I've ever tried. I just feel like there's something missing from this. The corn is good, but like just, you know, I was expecting something like a little more seasoning or something like that, if that makes sense. Now, I do like this cheese. But I can't help but do this. Come on, big ass corn kernels. I just feel like it's missing something. Like it's too neutral of a flavor for me. Yeah. All right, let's try it like this. A bit of cheese. See, it's good with it. But if I'm being honest, there's really not much to it. Or maybe I'm just not used to this style of corn. It just doesn't have that sweetness that I'm used to. Obviously, it's not sweet corn, but a little more neutral of flavor. Interesting. I just feel like it's good as maybe like a companion to something, which is I guess where the cheese came in. But the profile of the cheese is so similar to the corn that it doesn't really like add anything to it. So I probably wouldn't get it again. Not that it's nasty. I wouldn't call it nasty. I just feel like it's not a star of the show. Does that make sense? But I made do with what I had. Overall, these two were excellent. They're very good. And I would 100% get it again. So, looking at those ratings, I would say like a 4.4 is pretty accurate. I didn't really get to try as many things on the menu as I wanted to, but judging just off the chaufa and off of the lomo, I would say about a 4.5. Obviously, I don't know who screwed up, but I can't give, you know, much higher of a credit than that. And this, to me, was just very you know, mid. It's not nasty, but it's not, you know, something that I would order ever again. I like these two a lot, though, and I would continue to eat them for as long as I have. But you just see me silently eating food. Very good. At least, man, that's good. This is the man. So, A plus, B minus, gives you about a 4.5, 4.4. I'm gonna split the difference between the two grades. But overall, if you're looking for good chaufa, good Lomo, yeah, definitely another spot that I would go to, 100%. The problem in this area is there are a lot of Peruvian restaurants. A lot. And there are some that are more 4.8, 4.9. But it would have been interesting to try the other stuff because it could have brought it ahead. But we move. This is why I do these reviews this way, because I feel like it's just me not telling anybody that I'm doing a review. Nobody knows it's going to go up on the channel. I order it just like anybody else. They don't know who it's coming to. Not that I'm like anybody, but if I walk in a restaurant and say, hey, I want to do a review, I've done that in my original days, and they tend to, you know, they go a little above and beyond, which isn't the kind of look I'm looking for. I want it to be just like everybody else's plate. So, that's going to be the end of the video. Definitely recommend that. Just make sure you get any food. That's going to be it. We'll be back tomorrow. More content. I love y'all. Hand signs. They made it to YouTube.